I think we're live, actually.
Right now?
I think so. If
Are
we're
you
live.
watching us? Hi.
Hi.
Wow.
Wow.
This is live.
Yeah, we're live. All right.
Oh, hi.
And hello. Welcome to today's episode of Today in Quarantine. I'm Renee Cross, and today I have a very special guest. It's my little brother. It's Jovan Cross.
Hello, world.
Hello. Jovan, who are you? What do you do? Like, what's your claim to fame?
I am Jovan Cross, Barrington, the middle name. Sounds fancy, if not really. I am a student at Union College. I am a graphic design senior. Um, and right now, what I'm doing is basically nothing because quarantine.
Yeah, have classes started for you yet?
No, they start on Monday. Yeah,
So
it's gonna be fun.
yeah, it's interesting to talk to some of my friends who are still students, and like Jovan, and talk about their experience as students while I'm experiencing this on the other side as a teacher. So it's just been interesting to just kind of know everybody's stories from that perspective. But Jovan also has another special guest with him, and we're just going to introduce you to him real quick.
Her,
Sorry.
this, oh gosh, this is Visa. Our Visor. Her full name is Visor, but we call her Visa because now she's a girl. We thought she was a boy, but it's a whole thing. But yes, this is my bearded dragon, Visa. Uh, yeah, I had her for a year and a month now, actually. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, it's
And
my special little baby.
yeah, she's a cool little cool dude. And how come you said that like first she was a boy and now she's a girl? Explain that a little bit. Dive into detail with that.
Okay, so ready for your nature nugget of the day? Can't get the plug. So today, or not today, but when I first got Visor, I thought that she was a he, or I chose she was a he, because you can't really sex a lizard until they mature. So when you first get them, you don't know what they are. So I named her a him. And then as time went on, I did some checking of the sexing, and well, this is not like PG-13, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not gonna like show the anyway.
Okay.
So if you look right there, you'll see a little bump, like a little slide thing. This lighting is interesting, but you see like a little curve there. That means that that is a female. If it was a male, there would be two bumps, like vertical stripes going down. So yeah, that's how Visor became Visa.
Yeah. So fun fact, that's just how it is to know reptiles. And this like for all reptiles or just bearded dragons or what?
This is just revered dragons for like snakes and stuff. You will have to like uh, I'm going to use the scientific terms here. You'd have to push their anal hole open, and then there'll be like two prongs that would show it's a man, and then there will be no prongs if it was a female. Yeah.
I shouldn't have asked. All right. Well, thank you for that nature nugget,
Of
Javan.
course.
One of the things that you are is you said you're a graphic design major,
Yep.
but you're also very into animals, as we can see.
Yes.
How did you get into just being an animal lover, and what was just something that you just loved about animals and being an animal lover?
Well, growing up back home in Connecticut, we lived in wetlands and woodlands. It was like that was all that was around us, and we didn't have like a PlayStation system or a playground or anywhere close. Well, we had playgrounds close by, but that was like a mile ride away. And anyway, so to keep myself occupied, I would just go outside and play in the woods, and I would find all these different kinds of animals. I'd bring in all the time frogs and salamanders and garter snakes. And my mom was very adamant about not having any pets in the house. So I slowly but surely got more and more up in the line of animals. We started out with fish. We had betas in the house. We had one that lasted 7 years, right?
Something. No, I don't know if it's exactly 7 years, but
It was Lily.
it was
She lasted a long time.
She was quite a long living fish.
Yes.
But we had fish. We also had goldfish.
Yeah.
Which didn't live quite as long.
They don't. For some reason, betas are just longer living than goldfish. I don't know why.
Yeah, they're hardy fish. That's
Yeah.
for, that's for
Some
sure.
committed suicide or tried to at least twice. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
So what other animals did we have growing up?
So I would then sneak in like frogs and tadpoles. Like I would go and collect like the frog eggs, and I'll bring them into a huge tank, and I'll like place them in the living room. My mom's just like, Jovan, and I'm like, but mom, she's like, oh, fine. So we had like, it's basically as long as it was in the tank, it was fine. So that was my parameters, and then we passed those parameters, and I decided mom was gonna get a gerbil. So mom was like, fine, we already have rats and things in the house anyway, might as well care for one. If you didn't see, she
You're
was just
like there's so much information going on here. But that's okay. Hey, mom and dad, I hope you're watching and hearing all this as well. Anyway, continue.
So yeah, so I got a gerbil, named him Cuff. He had like white marks around his paws, so like handcuffs. So I call him Cuff. I had him for about 7 months, which is about the lifespan of a gerbil. So that was saddening but truthful. And then after Cuff, we got bob white quails, and that was my first bird care. I placed them in a coop outside made out of A-frames and shingles. Yeah, and the door was pull-up blinds.
It was a pretty cool, like if you had ever been to our house at that time and saw like this whole chicken coop or just coop, like that was the first one, and it was very, very intense and like really cool. And then we went from bobwhite quails to pheasants, I think.
No, we never got pheasants.
Okay,
We
never
went
got
from
pheasants.
bobwhites to chickens to pigeons, and yeah, I think that was it went from bobwhites to chickens to pigeons. Yeah. So I had one chicken. Her name was Effie. She was a Polish chicken. If you ever look at Polish chickens and you look up Effie Trinket from Hunger Games, you'll realize why I called her Effie. And then after that, I then ordered from eFowl, innocent plug, some chickens, and I got like 20. No, I got 15 chickens from eFowl. That was like the minimum you could order. And we got them from chicks and we raised them. We had a little incubation station, and then we had an indoor coop going on for a while. And then once they were old enough and like large enough, they could go outside. We put them outside in their outdoor coop.
And how many chickens were these?
15, and then
no, oh yeah, it was 15.
It was 15 originally, and then of course, chickens being chickens, they mated, and we then grew to 27, which was which was 3 generations of chickens, and there were 6 roosters. Yeah. They were in the backyard for a while, but then our neighbor got really mad at us and like yelled at us one morning, put those chickens out. And I was like, oh. So that day we moved the chicken coop to the front. That was a fun day.
Yeah. And that chicken coop that they put in the front was also, my dad and Jovan built it out of just kind of scraps that they had around the house. And like there was like chicken wire, and it was like a whole fence, and like up in the tree. It was fantastic. If you were ever at my house during that time, it was, yeah, they had chickens. Unfortunately, though, they all kind of died off slowly. The winter took a lot of them because they were outside, and some animals, which we've really still yet to determine what kind of animal it was.
It was either fish or cat. Probably fish or cats.
Fish or cats or something like that came and took those birds. So it was kind of sad. But obviously, Jovan's love for animals has prevailed, and he's moved on to smaller and better things, like the lizard. Sorry, bearded dragon. And
what is still a lizard?
Yeah, that's true. He's also the proud owner of a snake.
Yes.
And it's a
ball python.
A ball python.
Not to be confused with Burmese python or just a regular python. Ball pythons, like they stay small. They only get like 4 feet long. That's it.
It's only 4 feet long.
I mean, it can't kill you.
Anyway, and he also has a certain number of fish. I believe
10. Well, actually, no, 9 fish. One died after I changed the tank water.
Oh,
yeah, that was sad.
But I'm really, really glad to have him today. Jovan and I have obviously known each other for about 21 years now.
Yeah, I've literally been stuck with this one all my life. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been great. No, just kidding. Yeah, we love to do a lot of things together. Before we started live streaming, we were playing a little bit of music together, and we might record something and post it online later. Okay. So yeah, just kind of be on the lookout for that. Well, Jovan, what have you been doing to fill your time so far in quarantine? I know you've been like on spring break last week,
Yep.
and then this week was kind of an extended spring break for union students. So what have you been doing during that time?
So I currently work at I work a desk shift at the dorms. So most of my day consists of sitting at a desk watching shows and doing homework or sleeping. Because I will work 3 to 9, no, yeah, 3 to 9 hour shifts at a desk, and then I'll then go to bed for 5 to 8 hours and then wake up and go to work again. So
Yeah, it tends to work longer shifts, about like, or shifts at weird times, like 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. or something
Yeah.
like that. So he keeps busy,
Mhm.
which is good. What is something that you are going to do once like all this calms down?
Once all this calms down, I'll hopefully go back to my off-campus job, and then I'll probably be moving out the dorm.
Nice, big plans in your future. Awesome. You're not? Are you graduating this semester?
No, I graduate December.
Okay.
So
all right.
I am not missing out on getting a graduation, but I am already missing out on getting graduation. So it's, it's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of back and forth. If you are missing out on graduation or family members missing out on graduation, let us know in the comments over there. We would love to commiserate with you because we know it's a struggle. So thank you for that. Today is Saturday, it's Sabbath. And so, in the spirit of Sabbath and Shabbating, we're going to have some Christian jokes. Christian dad jokes. Now,
Christian dad jokes.
Christian
Okay.
dad jokes. Now, Jovan is not quite a fan of my jokes, but that's okay.
But I hope we'll be able to do this well.
That was terrible.
It was Christian.
Just barely. Anyway. So here's one. Hey, Jove.
Yeah.
How would you describe Boaz before he got married? He was ruthless. Also, Jove, did you know that Jesus and the disciples owned a car?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what kind of car it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said to his disciples that we are all of one accord. So that's, yeah. Oh man. Do you know any?
I'm currently thinking through and trying to figure out if I can think of any.
Well, here's another one. Just in
how
case.
did
I'll go ahead.
how did God know how to end the Bible? He had a revelation.
It's pretty good. Oh man. Here's another one. Which song is in the hymnal is known as the baker's song?
I need thee every hour.
That's it. There's also another one. It's great is thy faithfulness, because it says all I have needed my hands has provided. Okay. One more. Which song is a song for dentists in the hymnal?
I don't know.
Crown him with many crowns. Oh man! If you got any Christian jokes, please drop them in the comments. We would love to laugh at them. And I know I said that Jovan doesn't like to laugh at my jokes, but he just laughed at all of them. So props to him because
they were so bad that you had to laugh at them.
Oh man! You know who in the Bible didn't have any parents? Joshua, the son of Nun. Check it out. It's true.
Well, that was all we have for today.
Oh man. Well, yeah, actually that's kind of it for today. Oh, the weather report. The weather report for today is it's cloudy. I haven't been outside today, so I don't know how.
This morning this morning was foggy as I walked back from the dorm. from work, and then it was drizzly. Then it rained for about 20 seconds, and then the sun came out for about 20 seconds, and now it's cloudy again.
Yeah, and it's probably about 50 degrees or so.
Something like that.
So there's the weather. Tomorrow is supposed to be sunny here in Lincoln, Nebraska. So I'm hoping to at least sit outside and bask in some sunlight, get that vitamin D, because this lamp ain't doing it for me. I tell you what. So that was Today in Quarantine.
Mhm.
Jovan, thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining us out there.
Do you know why Ruth doesn't like?
Why doesn't Ruth like Joshua?
Because Joshua always judges Ruth.
Oh man, that was a good one.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Joshua judges Ruth. That's true. Okay. Well, we'll see you tomorrow for some more dad jokes, and we'll see you tomorrow in quarantine for another episode of Today in Quarantine. Thanks for joining us. I think by tomorrow's episode, we will have uploaded all of our Today in Quarantine videos onto our YouTube channel. So if you're wanting to go back and like, what was that one joke, or what was the weather on Tuesday, you can go back and check it out on this YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day. Have a happy Sabbath. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Stay inside.